This lock is one that Git Sideways sent me. It is a Corbin Master Ring cylinder lock. I picked it a while ago and posted the photos. It turned out it didn't have a pin 4, I guess. It had 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So I went ahead and made, to the best of my ability, a pin stack that was sort of representative of what I thought it might have looked like. Made a spool that was very similar, and I don't have a key for this, so I was just kind of shooting in the dark as far as what it would have been keyed like. But nevertheless, it's a lock that's very much like a best, in that there's two shear lines and they can't be mixed and matched. Anyway, see if we can open it, and if we can, I'll got it. It's actually a really challenging lock to put back together, or at least it was for me. Oh, here we go. We got it. Okay. I have been zooming out on these locks, and I've kind of come up with a different way to zoom in, and so I'm going to try that this time. It's a little bit different. In this case, I have to use my pinning area, so actually, you know what? I'm going to use a little disorganized, guys. Sorry, I'm going to use this instead. So we'll keep this pinning tray in the frame so we can dump stuff into it. This lock actually has a surprising number of parts in it. Yep. So let me show. You can see that I've picked it to the master ring. The deal is there's shear lines here and here, and it's not like you pick it to control, but when you pick it in a certain way, then the master ring turns rather than just the plug. So in this case, I've picked it to the master ring, which means we have to gut it in a way that's a little bit different. We can't use a plug follower. So let me see if I can. Okay, well, I'm going to need to use a photo to put it back together. General idea here is that you have, let's zoom in on these. All right, so here's the master ring. Obviously, shear line corresponds to that inside of this larger outer ring, and then you've got the general idea, of course, is that the spools are at the very, very top. Usually have something interfacing with the spool. Then you have there's usually usually a wafer between these two parts, and then there's some kind of, I guess that's where this key pin probably came from. There's some kind of a key pin here, and so that's the general idea. You usually have a spool that's lowest or highest, I'm sorry, and then below that you have some kind of another pin, or you might call it a master wafer, but it's a little bit big. And then between those, occasionally you'll have a master wafer, and I guess that's probably for yet another shear line. These bearings, I guess, are, I don't know. I know that bearings are often used in prison locks to keep the locks themselves from wearing out. They get used so much that unless you put something in there, they'll wear down the pins, and those hardened stainless steel ball bearings will keep that from happening. In this case, I'm guessing they're not there for that reason, but rather for drill protection. I'm imagining that these are hardened and they'd deflect the drill bit. So anyway, this is the spool that I made to try to be as close as possible to these guys. It's just full of these things. Fairly standard spools, nothing too special. It's really the double shear lines that, and the fact that you can't mix and match them, that cause you trouble in these types of locks. It gives you a little bit of a strange feedback. You're very certain that you've got something set, but you don't. So, all right. Corbin Master Ring, Pick and Gut. Thanks for watching.